Hey everyone, and welcome to our next video in our series about motivation and how to keep that going. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips to help break through one of our worst enemies when it comes to motivation. That would be procrastination. I know a lot of us have it. We all have those days where we just don't feel like getting out of bed, or even at that. Sometimes that to-do list just looks too intimidating, too long, no fun, and we just would rather do something else. But we got to remember, we have our why, our reason why we're working towards these goals. We've got to stay focused. So here's my 5 tips to help you break through that procrastination. One of the first ones we need to look at is eliminating distractions. I'm very guilty of this myself. I have stuff all over. Everything from the kids playing, to animals to take care of and pets, to Facebook and other things on my computer. And next thing you know, I could be sucked up to watching videos on YouTube forever. Try not to watch too many. So what do we need to do? If you have a task, we want to try to focus on that to completion. So try to remove those distractions. See where your attention is going and try and go someplace else when you're trying to get that work done, or whatever it is that you need to do for that goal we're working towards. Get those distractions away. Try to clear that out. Maybe if you're trying to study for a test, you're not going to do so well if you're in a loud environment with a lot of stuff going on. Maybe you need to go to a quiet room, play some soft music where you can just focus and there's nothing around you to steal your attention. That might help you get through those tasks that may not be as exciting as some of the other ones. The next one we want to look at is accountability. If you have your goals and you don't tell anyone whether you achieve them or not, no one's going to know. If you tell just one person, maybe you're shy, so keep it to a close family member or friend. But if you tell that one person and you're just not feeling up to it that day, that's someone who you can reach out to, or they can tell you to remind you of why you're here in the first place, why you're working towards this goal, and why you wanted it so much. Because on those days where we just don't have that motivation, we need something to help kickstart us. And that's where that accountability can come in. Knowing that someone is relying on you or looking forward to hearing how you're progressing through this task or project that you're working on can be very helpful. Another thing you can do is, if you're not so shy, go public. Use social media. Share what you're doing. Say, I want to climb this mountain, or I want to run a marathon. And then every day, every week, post that you're running. Post what you're doing to build that strength and endurance so that you can run that race that you're looking forward to. You might even find, and there's a lot of different groups on Facebook and other social medias and online and everywhere else, that you can be a part of and find other people with similar goals, and you can work together as a team. That might be something you can consider. The next thing you want to do is, maybe you got that to-do list in front of you and you're looking at that task and you're like, that's just so big, I don't want to deal with that today. Well, previously we talked about breaking up that big goal into those smaller steps. Well, maybe what made sense yesterday doesn't look so good today. Maybe you got to step back, look at that big picture again of what this goal is that we're working on, and then break it up into different pieces. Don't be afraid to try a different approach. What worked yesterday may not be the best way moving forward. Take what we've learned, reapply it, change things up, and go from there. Next thing you can do, this would be number 4, is try to make these things that you need to do more fun. Sometimes we just have to grind through a task and it's mundane and not very exciting. But other times we might be able to find a way to make that task a little bit more exciting. Maybe someone can help you do it. Maybe it'd be more fun to do with a friend. Or, I don't know, I like to do, if I have a repeated task, maybe I'm trying to beat the clock, see if I can do it a little bit faster, find a more efficient way to do it. That might make it more exciting, get my mind thinking about other things, and I can still get that task done when I need to. So look for ways you can make it a little bit more exciting. So again, it's not so mundane and over and repetitive. And finally, take a break. Maybe you've been working really hard for days or weeks or months and you need that downtime. So don't be afraid to take a day off if you need it. You don't want that to become the majority and next thing you know you forgot what you're doing in the beginning. But if you need that extra time, take the time. The other thing is, take a look at during your day and find that time when you're most productive. Maybe you're a morning person. Maybe the first thing you should do when you wake up is take on the biggest task you have. That's when you have the most energy and you're most likely to complete it. Knock it out. Get it done. And then as you get more tired throughout the day, you can go through some of those smaller tasks that don't require as much energy or maybe as much thinking. Maybe you're the opposite of that. Maybe when you wake up, you need a couple little things to kind of get you going and maybe build some confidence before you're ready to tackle that big project. Maybe your energy is later in the day. So find out for you what works for you, what time of day is best that you're most productive, and then use that period of time to take out the more difficult tasks that you might have on your list of things to do to, again, work towards your goal. So there's my 5 tips for procrastination and how to beat them. Hopefully you find them helpful. If you do, please subscribe down below. I'd love to hear a comment if you have any of your own tips. Feel free to share. Again, thanks for watching and have a great day.